Hello and welcome to Vnews in English. We'll start with today's headlines.
Typhoon Nesat wreaks havoc in northern coastal areas. Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng met with voters in Hoàn Kiếm district of Hanoi. Vietcombank sells stake to Japanese bank. Northern Hoa Binh province preserves ground control space.
Typhoon Nesat wreaked havoc in some of Vietnam's northern coastal provinces before weakening into a low pressure on September 30th.
According to the National Steering Committee for Flood and Storm Prevention and Control, no casualties were reported after the typhoon made landfall over the northern region of Quảng Ninh and Hải Phòng on the afternoon of September the 30th. But strong winds and heavy downpours resulted in significant property losses. An initial report from the first storm-hit Quảng Ninh province showed that after 3 hours of battering, the roofs had been blown from nearly 300 houses and 1,700 hectares of subsidiary crops were submerged. Estimated indicate losses of up to 50 billion Vietnamese dong or $2.4 million. Chairman of the People's Committee of Do Sơn District, Hải Phòng City, said more than 2,000 local residents were evacuated and 455 ships anchored to safe areas. Deputy Director of the National Hydrometeorological Forecasting Center, Lê Thanh Hải, said Nangye, the third storm in days, with a wind speed of 149 km per hour, would approach the East Sea on October the 1st.
Unfortunately, while hitting the Philippines, the same typhoon killed at least 43 people, and the number may still increase as 30 others remain missing.
Damage to agriculture and infrastructure is estimated at 4 billion pesos or nearly $92 million, with 60,294 houses either being damaged or destroyed. Another typhoon named Nangye is forecast to wreak havoc the Philippines on October the 1st. 10 northern provinces have been put on the alert. In China, Typhoon Nesat destroyed thousands of houses in Hainan Islands and Guangdong and Guangxi provinces.
Continuing to reach out to the public, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng met with voters in Hoàn Kiếm district of Hanoi on October 1st to hear their opinions and proposals ahead of the second session of the National Assembly that is scheduled for late this month.
The voters expressed their expectation that, at the upcoming session, the National Assembly will introduce specific mechanisms to accelerate the realization of laws and ordinances and increase the supervision of the role played by ministers in the implementation of the government's Resolution No. 11, especially in education, transport, and economics. General Secretary Trọng said the voters' opinions made important contributions to the upcoming session of the National Assembly. He said to improve the quality of meetings between National Assembly and voters, each voter needs to have a close watch on activities of the legislative body. National Assembly deputies should increase their capacity in assessing and reporting on the issues of voters' concern.
A day earlier, party leader Nguyễn Phú Trọng had received the newly accredited Chinese ambassador to Vietnam, Congeniality, in Hanoi.
During the meeting, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng said Vietnam consistently attaches importance to strengthening the traditional friendship and comprehensive cooperation with China. He also said lifting bilateral ties to the level of comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership created a firm foundation for development of the Vietnam-China relationship in the future. Regarding the existing issues in Vietnam-China relations, the party leader said the two sides should continue peaceful negotiations to settle the issues satisfactorily, based on the spirit of comradeship, mutual respect, and respect for international law. He also expressed his hope that Hong will make positive contributions to develop Vietnam-China cooperative relations during his term of office in Vietnam. Hong promised to do his utmost to promote cooperative ties between the two countries in all fields, thus contributing to strengthening the friendship and cooperation between Vietnam and China in the time to come.
Coming up next, a party delegation led by head of the party's Central Committee's Commission for Popularization and Education, Đinh Thế Huynh, is on a 4-day visit to Laos to boost information exchange with the Laos side.
Visiting the Laos Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Huynh spoke highly of the effective cooperation between the ministry and Vietnam's relevant agencies, especially in the organization of a Vietnam Cultural Week in Laos. Huynh and Laos Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism, Bosekham Vongdala, discussed measures to strengthen exchanges and experience sharing, as well as several issues of common concern. The Laos minister expressed his belief that the multifaceted cooperation in the information, culture and tourism sector will further develop in the future. On the same day, the Vietnamese delegation visited Pasaso newspaper, the official organ of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party, and the Laos Vietnam Bank.
Vietcombank has sold a stake representing 15% of its outstanding shares to Japan's Mizuho Bank for $567.3 million.
Under the agreement, Mizuho Bank will subscribe to a new issue of 237.6 million ordinary shares in Vietcombank at about 34,000 Vietnamese đồng per share, significantly higher than the September 30th market price of 27,000 Vietnamese đồng. It will also appoint one director to the Vietcombank Management Board and send specialists to train Vietcombank staff and seek business collaboration opportunities for both parties. Mizuho will work to improve Vietcombank's services in the areas of corporate and retail banking.
Over the past days, Hòa Bình province has resounded with sounds of gongs as the mountainous locality is hosting the first Gong Festival to mark its 125th founding anniversary.
The Muong Bi region of Tân Lạc district, the cradle of Hòa Bình province culture, is now preserving over 500 sets of gongs. A full gong set of the Muong ethnic minority people includes 12 instruments representing 12 months and 4 seasons of a year. Gongs have existed since the rice civilization period. In the past, they were used as tools to lure and hunt animals. They have been developed and become popular till nowadays. In an effort to prevent the Gong cultural space from falling into oblivion, many elderly in the village handed down techniques to use gongs to young generations with the hope of maintaining the soul of traditional Muong music. At the first Gong Festival and the ceremony to mark the founding of the province, local artists will play special melodies in the traditional manner. This is expected to come up to local people's and tourist expectation.
The Gongs Festival is not the only activity going on in the Hòa Bình province. A seminar took place in the northern region on September 30th as a part of the province's efforts to preserve and promote Gong culture.
At the event, participants discussed special characteristics and values of Gong culture in today's cultural lives. They outlined existing challenges in managing Gong cultural heritage and proposed measures to promote this unique culture. Currently, organizations and individuals in Hòa Bình province are preserving almost 10,000 ancient gongs and 30 pieces of gong music.
Over 50 photos featuring the last Central Highlands tamed elephants were on display at an exhibition in Hanoi on September 30th. Now let's take a quick look.
The photos of 51 elephants of the 52 remaining animals in the Central Highlands province of Đắk Lắk were taken by Enter Vietnam group members who want to call on the community to pay more attention to elephant preservation. On the sidelines of the event, a seminar was also held to seek ways to save Vietnam's elephants from the risk of extinction. Asia and Africa are the only elephant-rearing regions in the world. However, Vietnam sees the lowest number of elephants in the Southeast Asia. Big profits from selling elephant body parts pushed the species to the verge of extinction. Since 2009, Đắk Lắk province has invested $60 billion in a center for preserving elephants for a period of 5 years and sent staff to Thailand to learn experience in elephant conservation.
And that has concluded our time today. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.